Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm here with my helper Mini, and I'm Michaela, and I'm here ready to do new design, which I'm going to call it Michelle. What is great about this new top is it has a cute cutout, right? And it can be used as well for swimwear or for active wear. And I just love this little cute cutouts, it's like just a little peak, not too much, And on top of it, this top can be used, the back piece can be used as well in front, and the front can be used in the back. And it's really easy to do, a great project for beginner sewists. And yeah, let's get started. First, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually place my lycra on top of my front piece lycra on top of the front piece lining, right side facing together. Like if your lining has a right side, well, you should have it inside, like I have it with my lycra. And what we are going to do, we are going to pin all around the neck area. Yeah, I have front. This is my front. So yeah, we're going to pin all around the neck area. Sorry, here are my needles. This project is like so easy, really great for anyone who's just actually starting sewing. Really easy. So yeah, as you see, I'm pinning around the neck area and on the arms area, underarm area, on both sides, like this. And on the other side as well. And this top as well, you can do it just with your normal sew machine. If you have a serger or an overlocker, obviously it's like so much easier to do it, as the overlock machine offers a lot of stretch to your stitch. So yes, I've pinned the neck area, the underarm, and as well I will be pinning the little hole, right? And what is very important is that you try to, if you use an overlocker, try not to cut into the circle, right? You have to go slowly, and if you need, do a stitch with your normal sew machine, because you don't want to trim right from the circle, the semicircle circle. Otherwise, you will be obviously creating your cut out much bigger, so there will be more parts seen of skin. Okay, and as well I will be pinning on the bottom area, right, on both sides, right? I just wanted to show you very quickly what it has to be done. We're going to do the same thing for the back piece, so underarm, neck area, underarm, and the lower part. You will not add any band as of we will attach here 2 straps. I will make them long enough, so I have a bunch of straps here. Since this is a tester for me, I'm using just a bunch of spaghetti straps, which I've already made. So yes, you don't need to add an underbust band, as obviously the straps can offer quite a good support. But I also, I'm honest with you, this top is not great for bigger sizes, as since it doesn't have an underband, it will not create a lot of normal or extra support. Yeah, it's better a little bit for a little bit of smaller sizes. Yeah, so I will be, if you don't, if you have like this top on top of it, you can do it reversible. Like I have a lot of lining fabric which I don't like too much, so actually I don't, my fabric is not slippery. But if you decide to do the top reversible, and you find that your fabrics together, obviously the two lycras together can be very slippery, then I recommend you to do a basting stitch. Like I say many times, what is a basting stitch? A basting stitch is just a straight stitch with the highest stitch length, which you should normally afterwards remove, rip it apart. I just decide always to make small cuts through and give a little stretch, so I don't need to like rip it apart, because I don't like overstretching my fabrics and my pieces, right? Since I'm not doing it reversible, anyways, I'm doing the example with a concealed seam, so it's like I would do it reversible, but I'm not. Since my fabrics are not slippery, I will directly go ahead and I will serge it. If you don't have a serger or an overlocker, then you can do a zigzag stitch, and I recommend adding elastic in the same time. Adding elastic, it's not fully obligatory, but of course adding elastic creates more support and, I would say, shape, to have the right words for it, right? Since in time, lycra fabric or knit fabric has the tendency to overstretch, elastic helps to keep it in place, right? So yes, I always use latex elastic. You can use braided elastic. Any elastic is actually good. So I'm serging, I'm adding elastic in the same time, and I will be adding elastic actually as well on my little semicircle and on the base. Once I'm done this, I will be obviously showing it to you. I will proceed and I will sew the stitch, the straps inside. You have different options, and I will give them all of them to you in the pattern instructions. You can make the straps in one fixed strap, right, which I will be doing. I will make it with one fixed strap, and I will give you the measurements for each size. Or you can make the straps like you would tie them together, so one in front, one in the back, and you will tie them in the middle of your shoulder. Or you can do it as in a bra, like right with a sliding system. But for this I don't have right now a video. I will promise I will make one very soon, and you can check it out. That's a little bit more complicated, but actually I think you can find a bunch of videos on YouTube on how to add a slider and a ring for the straps, like to do it like a bra selection, right? And here I will also be adding my straps. I will be adding 2 straps, yes, and they are going to be enough long, so I tie it afterwards in the back. I cross it and I tie it in the back, right? So yes, let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead and already did my my front piece, and actually I always like to show you how I'm serging my patterns. As you can see, I have an industrial serger, and I have a foot, a guiding foot for my elastic, which is so extremely helpful. And yeah, one of the very important things which I do, I don't run the elastic all the way until the end. I leave it a little bit like off, so I don't get a lot of bulkiness when I'm adding the straps in general, or if I have to unify it with another part, right? So yes, here I am. I'm searching now what it would be my back piece, but like I said, this back piece can be both used in front and in the back. So it's a great top actually, a two-way top to wear it. And yes, you can see I'm using rubber elastic since well, here in Spain is actually quite available, very easy to obtain, so I have loads of it for all my sewing projects and all my collections. So yes, I'm finishing now my back piece, and once I'm done, I'll be showing you the next steps. What I forgot to say to you, obviously, we will leave the sides unsewn, right? So from everything we've left not stitched is just the sides, because once we've finished adding the straps, we will be turning the front piece. Sorry, I realize you might not hear me when I'm serging. You'll be turning the front piece on the right side of the fabric, and you'll be introducing it into the back piece, what it would be. I will be calling this part always the back piece. All right, so here I am. I've finished the two parts. I've added the elastic, and the next thing I'm going to do, I am going to add the straps. I will be starting with my front piece, and I will be using a safety pin. So useful. I'll be using a safety pin, and let me decide which strap I'm going to cut it. Yes, I will be cutting this this strap. Okay, I'll be cutting it in two. Okay, sorry, I just measured it right now. So I'm cutting it in two pieces, like this. All right, and I will be taking the safety pin. Sorry, I was just checking if I'm recording. I will be taking the safety pin, and I'm introducing it like this inside. I'm actually going ahead and I'm introducing all my straps, and I'm pinning it so I don't lose it. I'll be showing you just one strap how I'm sewing, and all the rest I will be doing them off camera. So this is the other strap. So the same, I'm introducing it inside, and I'm pinning it in the same time so it doesn't move. And for the long ones in the back, I will be using these straps. So I'll be introducing them in the same way through the sides, like this. Pinning, and my other. Introducing it and pinning. Okay, I see here that my elastic has moved a little bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and trim, because like I said, I don't like to feel it like really bulky. And I'm taking my normal sew machine. I'm gonna prepare it. Yeah. So the stitch length is about 3, but you can choose. And I always let it a little bit out, right? Because I don't want to lose it or anything. And I go. and I literally make a few stitches across because I want it to be well secured. And in this moment, I'm trimming and I'm checking that my lining is as well stitched, and I'm trimming the bits. You can even trim a little bit from the edges so it doesn't feel really bulky. I will be doing it all this off camera, and once I'm done, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I've stitched all my straps, and I will go ahead and I will turn my front piece on the right side of the fabric together. So I do this by helping pulling the straps a little bit where I find them. Perfect. Here we go. All right. So this is my front piece, and it's already turned on the right side. Yes, like this, and it's looking very, very nice. Okay, the next thing what I'm going to do would be, first I'm going to do a straight stitch over my sides, because you see I don't want my fabric to be moving inside. So I want my lycra and my lining to be perfectly aligned for when I'm introducing it in my back stitch. So it's just practically a normal straight stitch with the highest length, and I'll be doing it for the both sides. Okay. All right. Oh, I see my thread is finishing. I'm trimming a little bit the threads, but I always like to keep them a little longer in case I need help in pulling them. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to introduce it into my back piece. And this step is actually so simple. The back piece will stay on the wrong side of the fabric, right? Will be staying like that on the wrong side of the fabric, and the front piece will be staying on the right side of the fabric. I'm going to sandwich it and bring it all inside. Once it's inside, I will make sure, I will actually sandwiching it. I will be sandwiching it starting with a strap, right? I'll be holding one strap towards the outside, and I'll be introducing the top. I'll be making sure that I'm not turning it on the wrong, twisting it inside. So I'm holding like that I'll be holding like that the strap, and I will be first attaching my straps. Like this. I'll be attaching my straps, because this is actually so important that it's done before introducing the rest of the top, because you don't want your straps to get mixed in between. This is second, and the same, I'm holding it with my fingers so it doesn't get mixed, and I'm introducing it inside. I've pulled a little too much, so I make sure that very careful I pull it a little bit back. And then I'm going to clip it like this. I will be doing 2 straight stitches, and next I will be introducing the rest of the top, or if you want, you can just do it right now, but I prefer first to do the straight stitches. But I will be showing you the steps to do. So I'm introducing the rest of my top through until I'm getting here to the side, and I'm slightly pulling. So it's very important that you don't pull too much, right? What you want that you're lining the lycra with the lycra and the lining with the lining. Yeah, you'll be lining up. So I'm not lining them perfectly right now. I just want to hold them in place together. And now I want to introduce the rest of my top, obviously together with the straps. So this has to be very careful, all inside being pushed like this. And now with this side, I can actually lining it up. Okay, so I'm lining it up and I make sure that the edges are hitting on the edges like this, and my other edge is lining perfectly on the other side. It's really important, this step, because you will be sewing over 4 layers of fabric, so it's important that you're taking your time to line them up very good, holding it with your finger, right, like this. Okay, so this is the reason why I keep my little threads, because I can always pull. So I'm starting perfectly at the edge. I hope my thread is enough, but I just want to show you how I'm doing this this stitch. So back and forth. And back and forth. And here I'm ready to trim all my excess stitches, right, from the other seam. And actually I'm going to go and seam one more time, stitch one more time over, just because I want to be making sure that it's nothing will be unstitching. Once I'm done, I'll go ahead and trim the edges, and I'll be very careful not to trim into my stitch, but I trim it close enough so it's not bulking it inside. Okay, so I'll be doing this off camera, and then I will be showing you the final result. Okay, so I've stitched my straps, my sides, and now obviously we need we need how to turn it on the right side. So what I'm doing here underarm, I'm going to unstitch a small hole. Like, I really try to unstitch not too much, just a little bit, just enough to turn my my top on the right side of the fabric, right? So I've unstitched this. I hope it's enough. And carefully I'm turning it. No, it's not enough, sorry. So I will be unstitching a little bit more, and then carefully I'm going to turn it all on the right side. This little hole, you should afterwards close it with invisible hand stitch, or you can do a small straight stitch, but I'm honest with you, I will recommend you to do an invisible stitch, as it's looking much more professional. It's hiding the stitch much better. So the same, I won't be showing you how to do an invisible stitch, but you find a lot of YouTube videos on how to do an invisible stitch. I will be doing it, I promise, on the next videos once. Okay, so I'm just literally picking up the straps, because I don't like to have like little loose threads around, and I'm turning it. Look at this, how beautiful it looks, my straps, and the same. So like, if you have a better technique on how to introduce the straps, you can always use your own technique. I find it so easily. So now I'm going ahead and I'm going to stitch this bit. You can also do like a little, like I said, a little straight stitch, but I don't like to do a straight stitch on a piece of fabric, not fabric, but like on a pattern which needs elasticity, right? So yes, I can't wait to try it on for you and do some nice photos. How exciting. If you have any questions, please write me. I'm always very happy to help. Happy sewing.